All right, let's tap in. Let's tap in. What's up, Sirius? Getting the invites out. We're getting the invites out. Oh, stay. Sit your ass over there. What's up, Shane? We're doing CMP reacts today. Yo, make a salmon lovers type beat. Yo, y'all do not want me to go on my salmon rant, bro. Y'all do not want me going on my salmon rant. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have a there. God, salmon's such a fucking misguided pursuit. It's almost as bad as beat making. Almost. No salmon burgers? No, Shane, no salmon burgers. Bro, salmon's ass. Salmon is terrible. We could start with some culinary hot takes, bro. Salmon is ass, right? It's objectively terrible. And I'm not talking about like sushimi, because salmon is a fantastic um fish for like sashimi and sushi. But cooked salmon is awful, right? CMP, why do you have any right to tell me about my fish choices? Well, listen, I'm from Florida, right? In Florida, you grow up eating fish, all different types, right? All different types. You know what we don't eat in Florida? We don't eat salmon. You know why? Because salmon tastes like fish. Fish is not supposed to taste like fish. Even if you get fresh out the river salmon, it still tastes like fish, right? So, awesome fish, you're talking about snook, you're talking about redfish, if you're talking about fish that will be on the menu at like a bonefish type restaurant, you know what I mean? You're talking about your groupers, right? White fish, white flaky fish. That's what you want. You do not want no red fish unless it's like super dope tuna, like a little ahi tuna, no tilapia. Shane is stirring the pot right now. Shane knows damn well. Shane knows damn well we don't eat tilapia, especially not in Florida. The only people who eats tilapia in Florida is like soccer moms that don't know no better. We do not eat tilapia in Florida. Be real. Be real says I have reservations tonight at Bonefish with my girl at 6 p.m. Yo, Bonefish. Yo, quiet is kept. Bonefish is like bone. I think Bonefish is my favorite chain. One, one they got they got super good price on uh on Macallan Scotch. I think you could still get Macallan 12 there for like $11 a glass, which is awesome. So they got super good price on Macallan Scotch. They got Bang Bang Shrimp, which is the only Bang Bang Shrimp is the only time I can eat mayonnaise. Like I don't know, I just it's the only time I could eat mayonnaise. And they have good grouper there. Like when you guys go tonight, get the grouper. Grouper's fire, bro. Grouper's fucking amazing. Raph says Florida would love to get there. Florida's pretty cool. If you come down here, you got to do water stuff though. I think that's the one thing you never had grouper before. Be real, you're in for a treat. The I never it wasn't until I went like it wasn't until like I went like to the whole other side of the country and did like outside stuff that I realized like how fucking mid Florida is as far as like, you know, doing nature vibes on the outside, like on land, right? So if you're trying to, it's like if you like to hike or go out and see, see the parks and stuff like that, Florida is ass. But what Florida is elite at is getting on a boat, right? You can't really do. There's not a lot of places that you can do water, like you can do it in Florida. Between like the intercoastal and the ocean, or if you go to the other side and you get into the Everglades, yeah. But you guys don't want to talk about Florida. You guys want to talk about engagement tweets, bro. That's what you want to talk about. You want to talk about engagement tweet type beats. I shout out to Producer Grind, your number one source for engagement tweets. Um they dropped a they dropped a banger yesterday. Um they reposted a producer, goes by Monty. He said a producer who makes a beat a week is not on the same level as someone who's been doing it every day. And then he gives the example: go to the gym one time a week and squat 300 for me. So there's a lot there. And producer Twitter was triggered because producer Twitter is the most sensitive subculture online. Like, they are worse than, like, producer Twitter is more reactionary than the pronoun gang. You know what I mean? They're more protective of their tribe than the guys in the little hats. Like, they are fierce, bro. They're fierce. They're fierce. You can't say nothing about producer Twitter, right? So when I when I retweeted this, and I retweeted it with the caveat, like, on your way to mastery, this makes sense, right? And I think that, like, bro, like, my commentary, because, like, dude, we have so many different generations, and it's not easy to navigate this on social media, but we have so many different generations of people who love hip hop, right? Who love hip hop. And some of them fucking don't. But so many generations of people who love hip hop, like, genuinely love music, genuinely love creating music, right? Um and just producer culture that interact, like, on Twitter, because Twitter, you'll find the 40-year-olds on Twitter, you find the 30-year-olds on Twitter, you find the 20-year-olds on Twitter, and you find the teenagers on Twitter. You got like four different decade clusters that interact. And you could see each one of them reacts differently to this tweet, right? All the younger guys, they're like, yeah, I got to grind harder, right? People who are closer to my age, they're all like, well, really, if there could be, maybe. So you have like a few things that's going on. One thing that's going on is you just have people who are uncomfortable with folks generalizing. Like, they just automatically don't appreciate people generalizing, so instantly they go into argument mode. And second of all, first of all, the only people who are on Twitter, like, don't get this twisted. Nobody who's on Twitter is there to advertise their fucking business, right? Everybody who's on Twitter is people who want to get messy, right? What I mean by getting messy is people who want to debate shit, right? You can never, like, you can't go on nobody's Twitter account and not scroll down their tweets and replies and see them disagreeing with people. That is what Twitter's for, right? Shane is evolved. She says she's just there for the show, but you go there to get the little like, you might not participate, but you still feel it. You still feel it. Everybody who's there, it's just people who enjoy it. It's people who enjoy a good debate, you know, at the most you know, I don't want to say highest because, but you got one piece of the polarity of people who just like a good debate. Then there's another piece of polarity who are just like toxic. They're fucking bored and they're just contrary, right? But any type of contrary, argumentative people that is who's on Twitter, right? Um, you know, I used to like I grew up almost like debating as a reflex. Um, and then turned it into like something that would entertain me, because like for me, like I'm the type of person who I hate small talk. I hate regular conversation. It completely bores me. So like the little party trick I would do is just if I seen somebody, you know, if the conversation got too regular, I just disagree with something to see where this would go just to make it interesting. Anyway, there's a lot of that. So the so but this tweet, like, so there's a lot going on, but what you have to understand is like when you look at who tweeted this and you see their face and you kind of like see what their age is. Here's the thing, right? So on your way to mastery, right? Because I'll give you a personal anecdotal example, right? I've had 2 seasons as a producer, right? So I had my MPC 2000 um JV 1080 season, right? Pre YouTube, just instruction manuals and music theory books and friends who were musicians, right? Um my pre piano roll journey, okay? And I'm in my pre-piano roll journey, and making beats is hard. It's hard because I don't know scales. I don't know what keys to hit. I have ideas and I don't know how to pull them out. I don't even know, like, I know nothing, and there's nowhere to get the information from. I don't have people who make beats around me to show me their shortcuts, to show me like where to get breaks, or how to practice drum patterns or how to get drums, or none of that, right? I have none of that information. So I also I also rapped, like I wrote and recorded like a song a day, right? Um and when I was in that season, if and I make great beats now, right? It's not debatable. I make great beats now. So my shit didn't sound nothing like it sounds like today, and it wasn't because and having gone through it, it wasn't because the technology, because we all think that that older equipment sounded better, right? It's not because I didn't have a computer or nothing like that, or I didn't have an interface. It was because I would make a beat once every 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, I had to sit down, like be in the mood for it, try to put out something on the MIDI keyboard. You know what I mean? Try to find notes that made sense, playing only the white keys. Oh, only the white keys sounds good. I'm only play the white keys, right? But I didn't dig into it every day. And my beats were super mid forever. If I still had access to like that old catalog and those old CDs, like we would have a great laugh at it together. The only way I could make bass lines was through um the note repeat function on our arpeggios. All my bass lines sounded like that. It was terrible. Um, my music didn't sound like anybody else's, so I thought it was like real original. But I didn't put in the reps. I didn't learn my machine. I didn't learn my sound module. I didn't find my go-to drums. I didn't figure out how to mix. I didn't have a solution to track out. I wasn't mixing anything, and my music shown that, right? So when when I see somebody, because this is back when I was like 19 years old, right? 20 years old. So when I see someone who's 19, 20 years old with the sentiment, a producer who makes a beat a week is not on the same level as someone doing it every day. That's what I'm going back to. Like if I go back to 19 and 20 years old, I was not on the same level as people who were making beats every day, because people who were making beats every day were tracking their MPCs into Pro Tools because they were serious about the shit, right? It's a it's a mentality of professionalism, it's a muscle memory, it's all of that, right? But because music production, listen guys, you don't have to be that fucking talented to be a music producer, like straight up. Like let's just get it out the way. You do not have to be musically talented to be what these people are calling a music producer. Like what these people are stomping on the ground and crying every day saying a music producer is in the hip hop space. You don't have to be talented. You don't have to be talented at all, right? Right? But that shit gets conflated. That shit gets conflated. And that is where this discussion starts capitulating. Okay? That's where it starts just just turning into some shit, right? Listen, what do I, and here's the thing, right? What do I consider someone who's talented, right? What do I consider someone who's talented? Cause like, bro, like I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, here's the thing about me. I don't fit in this space, right? I'm not I'm not trying to sell like courses to make me rich. I'm not trying to do none of this shit to make me rich, right? So I don't need anybody to be my friend. Okay? Okay, because there's people out here on this platform and others who they need, like, all the FL users to support them, or all of the younger producers to support them. They can't say nothing else, otherwise no one will watch their podcast, and if no one watches their podcast, then then they can't push it. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do any of that. So I get to tell you guys the truth. And the truth is, talent, like musical talent, like someone who's musical talent, that, like, they have musical dexterity. They have fucking rhythm, bro. They don't need a sequencer to jam. Like, do you understand me? They don't need a sequencer to jam, right? They don't need a piano roll to jam. They could just grab a DAW, turn on the audio, and start playing their instrument. Do you know what I mean? They could just, like, and I tell you how, like, how you could tell if someone is a talented musician or not, right? Because, like, the fact that you got to argue about, like, what a producer is, like, that lets you know that, like, you're really not that talented, because you're a producer is an administrative role. So you're, like, trying to, like, weasel like, your beat making, but that's not musically impressive. Production is kind of impressive because it's super high in the admin hierarchy, and they're kind of sexy over the course of history. But, bro, like for example, right? Look at some like you know that goofy ass video that's going around with Buddy who's got his hands all curled up like this on the keyboard with the mouse and he's like I'm trash, I'm trash, I'm trash, I'm trash and he makes the beat all fast. Uh, like like bro, who do you think is more talented, him or the Count? I'll wait, bro. Like who do you think is more talented, him or the Count? You know what I'm saying? So because you have like a bunch of people who are not and the way that this the way that this gets conflated, right? Because here's what you have like a huge group of producer talking heads who are like, yo, I don't make music with rappers, right? But I'm good at music production and I can take, you know, whatever accomplishments I may have had up to this point, I could take my skills and I could pass them on to people for free. Or I could get on social media platforms and create, you know, a small business for myself that is, you know, doing tutorials, doing courses, doing a podcast. And in order to keep cultivating this audience, I just got to give them the vibes. I just got to make them feel good. So you'll have people like there are people who are in this space who have musical talent who are fucking lying to all of you guys saying that, well, you know, it's nice that something like Fruity Loops has democratized the space so that you know everyone can have a chance to express their musical idea when you know for a fact that this same person do not believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like they do not believe that at all. Most people, like I'm telling you like this, if you've ever like if you don't know this, the people who you see doing their drums by hand or like playing MIDI keyboards to get parts, even if they're trash like me, like we all think that we all know that we're fucking better than people who click. Like, you know what I mean? Like we know that. We know that, you know. That's what so was the reason why I say that isn't to be like everyone better than you. The reason why I say that is anybody who you see in this space who can play that's telling you like no it's if you just click it it's okay, they're lying because they want your money, boss. Okay, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. I'm the only one who's crazy enough to call you a loser to your face and hope that it'll inspire you to do better, you know. Most people just turn me off, right, when I do that shit, and some people stay and get better at music. So when it comes to when it comes to making music every day, this isn't rocket science, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's about it's about it's about perfecting your craft, right? You know, it's about it's about getting the reps in. Sure, there's plenty of producers out there. I'm going to tell you, I am one of them. I could take a month off producing, right? I could take a month off producing and then come back, get on my and you know and get on my rig or get on your MPC. You know what I mean? Get on whatever you put in front of me, bro. You guys have seen me do it. I don't care if it's FL Studio. I don't care if it's Logic, Mac, PC, anything. MPC, motherfucking Phantom X8. Doesn't matter what sequencer it is. I will be able to program a slap on it. No problem. Someone who's in year 2 of what they're doing, not every beat that they make is going to be a keeper. You know what I mean? And the reason why is because I have, like 22 years of music making experience of producing songs, arranging songs, you know what I'm saying? 12 years of making beats, just making beats, right? So I know I have all the muscle memory for this shit, right? But that's because I went through the era of when, bro, like when I first started making music on the computer. I'm gonna tell you like this: when I first started making music on the computer, that shit almost got me divorced from my first wife, bro. Because it's all I used to do. I used to get home, take the fastest shower that I possibly could. Like I would literally like be in my towel making the first beat of the day, and I would just air dry while I'm making the first beat, and then I would put my clothes on and make the second beat. You know what I mean? And I would my whole thing was that I had to make at least 2 beats a day. And I needed to do it, and I needed to do it for 3 years. Cause Kanye did 5 a day and he was fucking out of here. So I knew I wasn't gonna get to be like fucking Kanye's level. So I was gonna do 2 a day. And I was gonna do that for 3 years. And that's what I did. And I would fucking, and I got to the point where like that's how I got to be fast, because I knew that I was doing 16 note, high, straight hats on everything. And that's how I developed, having a template file. I'm like, wow, I'm doing this the same thing every time. Why am I doing this the same way every time? Boom, boom, boom. I have a template, right? You get into your tricks. Then once you get into like year 4 of you've been doing this all the time, like you've got your templates, you've got your muscle memory, you know where to go. Now all of a sudden you can make 5 beats a day like it's nothing. You know what I mean? You start making 5 beats a day like that, then you could do 10 beats a day, If you got good loops, you could do fucking 20, you know? Easy. Easy without any, and they can all be keepers. And if you know how to gain stage, they can all be mixed, you know? And if you know how to play keys, you don't need any loops. That's the other thing that's crazy. People who play keys don't even need loops. But before you get like crazy with your hot take on some 20-year-old's tweets, like first of all, ask yourself, right? Am I 15 years older than this person? If you're 15 years older than the person who's tweeting like producer knowledge, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Leave them alone. They're still learning, bro. Still learning. You when you were making your music, you were just as confident as they were, right? Like, bro, I was not always good at making beats. I always thought my beats were hot. Never thought that like my beats couldn't be used for something. You know what I mean? Like dude, like especially when I started making beats on a computer. Like, bro, when I started making beats on a computer, I was at the studio with my beats playing them shits for everybody, bro. And people would rap on them. People would freestyle on them. I got some of them fucking placed. Like in year 1, bro. Like my 30th beat on a computer wound up being a world star single for a local rapper, bro. It's like my 30th beat I made on a computer. I've always been like that confident. So I imagine that the rest of you all are the same way, you know. I don't think this whole like, oh my god, I'm a trash producer. Like I think that's some new guy stuff. I don't think that's like us. You know what I mean? Like people from our generation. I think we're very like cocky about where our skills are. So I don't think we're shy about it. So, bro, like if you look if you're looking at somebody's tweet and it's like and ask yourself, or am I 15 years older than this person? If I'm 15 years older than this person, you know what? I'm not I'm not gonna publicly disagree with him because like dude, what the fuck do you look like out here, bro? Like they're just figuring it out, right? And here's the thing about Twitter, bro. Like Twitter isn't the like the majority of Twitter is you know, especially like producer Twitter, is people sharing thoughts that they can't share with like the normal people in their life, right? So like, you know, like if you're a music producer and you got a girlfriend, you can't talk about the Spins 808 versus the Zay. You can't. But there's people on Twitter you could bullshit with that about. You know what I mean? This dude probably hit a stride where like things are starting to like really click for him. Like you know when you get when you're producing and you're going through the levels, you know, there's different phases of the shit, right? There's different phases of it. With you start with like figuring out the rhythms, then you figure out the samples, you know, then you're at that point where you could start, you know, making a beat that's actually dope every day. Then you want to make two a day, you know what I mean? Then you want to learn how to mix, then you go swing back around and you learn music theory, you know, and at some point you're at mastery, right? You've got it. You can just do whatever you need to do, right? But that shit's a long road. That shit's like 20 years plus, you know? So, dude, when you see these guys, like fucking leave them alone, bro. First of all, you know what an engagement tweet is, right? So you know why it's out there to begin with, you know. And if the engagement tweet is a retweet, you know what I'm saying? Like then the person who wrote it isn't even trying to like make it a viral thing. Like they're literally just learning something. So if you get on there, uh, you know, with some contrary, like, well, actually, you know, I could do it. Like, yes, you better be able to do it. You're 15 years older than this guy. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for 10 years longer than this guy. You better be able to do it. You better be able to do it. But these guys, bro, like, leave them alone, man. Mighty Healthy, what's up, bro? Mighty Healthy was he's one of the people on my timeline who was posted this. I seen this a lot. I seen this tweet a lot, bro. So many times. Diamond Thief says, "Why can't we all just enjoy the journey of music?" Dude, we all do enjoy the journey of music, bro. We definitely all enjoy the journey of music, right? Twitter is just you get a Twitter account to fucking argue with people. Like we have to be real about the shit. You know what I mean? Like people don't get on Twitter to advertise their business. People get on Twitter to argue. Is it Megan Tory? Is it Republicans and Democrats? Is it producers versus beat makers? Like you only like that's the only reason why you check your notifications is to see if somebody came at you crazy and how you could fucking go back and prove them that they were wrong. You know? How were you able to manage your family time with your beat making time? That could be a struggle when you're trying to get good. Listen, dude, listen, like being great at music and having kids, you're fucked, bro. Like you gonna be a good like you either gonna be a good dad or a good producer. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking you know that's common sense, bro. Like you gonna be a good dad or a good producer. Like you're gonna be no good dad and a good producer. Like I used to go to somebody's house to cook up before I had a studio, and his little boy was always trying to come in the studio, and he was always kicking the little boy out, and we're a lot older now. Little boy's a young man, and you know that dude's an amazing producer. That little boy, he's got thoughts and feelings about about uh about the time he spent with his pops. Shit's real. This shit, this shit is real, bro. It's it's rough for people who have kids young, man, because when you have kids young and your music isn't bringing in any money, you can't justify that time to your family. You know what I mean? Like the fuck you gonna go do? You're gonna go sit on the computer and learn how to run the spins 808 when your girl needs help, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like you gotta go help your girl, bro. You gotta give her a break. You gotta go sit on the couch. You gotta go sit on the couch and watch Coco Melon, bro. King Davis says FL Studio got me put on child support. Yo. Yo. Facts. The journey is a great thing. Just to see how you grow and learn. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, but listen, everybody's having fun making music. Everybody's doing their own thing. I don't think that there's a lot of people who are creating that are like, "Oh my god, I just don't know what to do because of what Twitter said." You know what I mean? Twitter is the Twitter is the fakest shit in the world, bro. Like Twitter is have a good night, be real. Twitter is like you got to be so careful with Twitter because Twitter is not real. Like it's not people, bro. Like Twitter is like, bro, like if you oh dude, if you go if you go to a studio, right? If you go to a studio where people are making music and start to try to have conversations about the shit you seen on Twitter about music, like you're going to look like a duck. Straight up, bro. Like you're going to fucking look like a tremendous dork. Nobody's going to know what type of time you're on. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna know what type of time you're on because you're fucking talking about shit that's on the computer. Like Twitter is like the most. Twitter is like the most. Uh. It's like the most popular message board right now. You know what I mean? But it's still a message board, and message boards are for dorks. You know. When me and the ex-wife was going through it, I was in the studio making huge gains. DJ Serge says I can't do it. A day job and a night job with kids and one on the way. Only the weekends for me. Yeah, it makes that's I mean, but that's real though, bro. Ralph Moss says there is a podcast, Dad Beats. Yeah, bro, that's John and Raul's oh man, and the other brother. Shit. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, dude. I forgot your channel. But yeah, that's sight and lifted noise, and I forgot the other channel, but yeah, bro, they do a good podcast. They have a good perspective, you know what I mean? Taught you how to use Studio One. Well, I'm glad that I can help out, bro, because that's my thing, bro. That's why I'm here, bro. Like I'm not here. Look, where the fuck are my track presets, dog? Oh my god, Studio One, dude. I had a power surge at my house, and my Studio One is acting like it don't know where it's supposed to go. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we're using a loop today. Fuck, man. Where's this? I got a new pack I haven't messed with yet. Man, I want something a little creepier. Uh, 168, something like that, right? Wonder what else this does. That's too much. That's too much. What are you doing? You don't need all that. You're doing way too much. X X D D. Bro, where are my presets? Hold on, guys. This is about to piss me off. Hold on. What is going on? Two Papa wants to know, CMP, what's your favorite piece of gear? Like drum machine, keyboard, like zombies attack, and you gotta reach for one board in one box. So so one board in one box is gonna be the Prophet X and the MPC, any one of the new ones, because I have a one, I have a live, I just bought a live 2, I have a Key 61, but they're all based on that same OS, and as long as I have something that has that OS, I'll be straight. I need to get my green Z back, man. Give me my fucking presets back. Boom, they're back. Thank God. All right, Riot, get to it, bro. Make it slap, dog. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. All right, Ralph, appreciate you. good stuff right there. Oh, it's so good. Something about this I don't like. I know what it is. I need to do this. This is what happens when you try to be different, right? You get a formula that works, and then you're like, man, I do that every day. Maybe I should do something different. No, you should do the formula that works. Yo, I wanna I wanna show you guys something. Where's the I got you guys that do samples. I know you want to like use distortion on your stuff, but I want to show you something. So like this sample here, you gonna be like that. Like that's what you want your samples to sound like. I see a lot of the times this I've like noticed this, and it can make it can make people sad. I'm gonna show you guys something. This is somebody I give a lot of praise. I love his stuff, but what is the sample of his I used recently? This one isn't so like this is manageable. Where's the one with the guitar? I want to show you guys. The one I made the damn UGK beat out of. This one's got it too, the distortion on the outside. Like there's such a fucking fine line between like overdrive and saturation and then like distortion that would just like really it would be cool if it wasn't there type of vibe. This is nice. This doesn't have you don't want the distortion to be super like crispy, crunchy, sound like fried. You know what I mean? This is dope. This does not have this. This reminds me more of this sample that I'm using. Like I don't know if you guys are using like trying to do like 12-bit or bit crushing or stuff like that. Just like maybe like don't. shit. There it is. That's fantastic, and that was fun. Down, 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 down. 2022 beats. Like 2022 beats. This guy right here. This is what I'm talking about with the distortion. Why isn't this playing? Like you hear how like that's the sample. You hear how distorted the guitar is. You know, like there's like a difference between like getting a distorted tone from like a guitar or something that's like, you know, like thin, crispy, burnt bacon out the speaker. You're like, this sample is still dope, the beat is still dope, but to take yourself like to like, yo, the highest level, that's such a delicate balance between like how to get the distortion right, and you only really notice it as a sample maker until you like make some beats with it, you know what I mean? I want Jones to give me the stems to this so I could put them all in the beat and like pan them with the context of there being like drums in the 808, cuz I think that would be I think that would make this like awesome. Yeah, I did a fucking beat called Yeet Infection. Oh boy. We need to make this available offline. Oh shit! Jones is coming. Give me the stems. Jones, do you hear what I'm talking about with the distortion though? Do-do-do. Shut up, bro. How do you... Jones says, yeah, I'm not great at getting good guitar tone yet. Because that was something, Jones, that was something that when I'm still figuring it out too. But what I'm learning is like, okay, like, you know how like overdrive pedal makes everything sound, amazing. But it's like you need so much more less than you think you need. That's what I'm getting at. Like, just scooch it back a little bit because the music is there, bro. Like we could do fucking 30 of those. Like that vibe, the UGK for life vibe, bro. This shit is... You just get one of them kids that raps a little bit offbeat about their about their extendos and their hoes, and that shit's out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Like tough talking, the threats, and then a little bit of like, missing grandma on there. This shit's out of there, bro. The hell is yeet infect? Ass. This shit's straight ass. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Yo, Jones's fucking samples just make me want to make fucking UGK beats, bro. Like updated UGK beats. This shit's awesome. I need to fucking I need to get all the beats I've done on Jones's samples and put a cover on them. And we call that shit an EP. Yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. I want to make I'm saying it now. I want to make a project. I want to make a project with fucking Jones's samples. I want to make beats with Jones's samples, and then I want people to rap on them. And then I want to put that out. I think that would be dope. I wish I knew more rappers. I knew I knew one I know one rapper so far that like I could be like, yo, give me a song. I get a song from I get a song from my Cuban homeboys too. So that's two songs. I really need like 10 songs. Put DJ on a track. Nah, I'm like super bro, I'm like super picky with my I'm still like those stems might be lost. What for the UGK for life? That's fine, bro. I mean, you gonna make more, but you know what I mean. Like those samples, the fucking you know the saxophone samples, like the ones that sound like real fucking jazzy and player. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like. That's what I like about your stuff, like because it's different from mine's. Like I don't need um you know anything spooky or tense or anything, you know, because that's just what I'm gonna do by myself. But like the stuff that you drop in the Discord, that's all wavy like that, bro. Oh, amplified, you got send me. I mean, let's listen to it, bro. Like we're here. I'm at my desk. Um, let me hear something. If that shit's dope, we'll fucking form a group right now. I have a track I could send from mid 2022 right now. I mean, I don't fucking care what it's from, bro. Like, don't get nervous. Don't hit me with the but it's not mixed though. Don't you dare hit me with the but it's not mixed though. Just send it to me. If it's bad, I won't roast you, bro. I'll be polite. Um yeah, I gotta get we gotta get some we gotta get some voices down on these beats. Cause I'm gonna tell you like, bro, I wanna get I wanna get some I wanna get some raps down on some Jones beats, right? And then I'm gonna hit key flow up. I'm gonna hit key flow up to do the Mike Dean fucking the Mike Dean outro on them shits. It's just gonna be hard. This is gonna be collab bro season and tap in with all the dope internet people. I'm gonna get me a we gonna get a hook from Money Mike's people. We're gonna get an R&B hook from Money Mike's and them. I'm telling you, there's like no reason. You know what I mean? Like if you got like a community of people that or like a community or a Discord that like you're a part of that you know where there's like people who are cooking up, like try it, bro. See if you could make a classic. You don't have to be in the music industry to do this shit. Like that's what's dope about music production right now and having the tools, you know. Before you had to be in the music industry to do the shit. You couldn't get no 9 Luffs if you're not in the music industry. Back in the day, I'll tell you that shit right now. You're not getting 9 Luffs on the 4-track. Now you just and you used to have to like go outside and find people to fuck with. Now you can just like stream and be like, "Hey, do you rap, bro?" Cause Buddy, who was in my chat the other day, who was I don't know if it was a bot or if he was for real, because he didn't comment on the video. But yo, like I checked out his music, bro. Like he got 3 music videos. He's got 3 projects up. He's a young guy. And he's got his his vibe and the shit that he talks about. And like yo, I would definitely do a bunch of songs with him.
From me to you. Yeah. Come with us, no stopping us. Just follow us, that's all of us. They copy us. So right now you see it's obvious. Come with us, no stopping us. Just follow us, that's all of us. They copy us. So right now you see it's obvious. This is it. In the moment now to exist. Every time do your best. Show them that you talented. Every time they want you less. Knock them off their balances. Give it everything you got. They stamina can't stand it. They won't settle for it. See, ain't no limit up to my stories. Before you know it, lies melted and the truth will show it. God's poet. Had to show it, take my time to grow it. Rock it like we watching us. You know we the best, it's obvious. Come with us, no stopping us. Just follow us, that's all of us, they wappy us. But right now you see it's obvious. Come with us, no stopping us. Just follow us, that's all of us, don't copy us. Cause right now you see it's obvious. Come over here like this the year. We had no fear, the vision clear. We standing here, we standing here, we standing here. Come over here, this the year. We had no fear, the vision clear. We standing here, we standing here, we standing here, we standing here. This time going, you understand you need to be the man, 'cause time show it. We about to make a difference right now, you already know it. And use all your talents, my dog, just be that poet. You got the moment, gotta seize it, and then you own it. You take it, don't leave it. You swear you really know it, then show it and do it, 'cause you know you straight committed. Let's get it. The pockets over there, it's competition. Are they with it? Don't matter. I won't fall off the ladder. Stayed it to the top, give it everything. I'm the man, 'cause you said you not. Don't you know we got a better chance? What you say you are, but you really is not. One of the best you.
Dog, you have a fucking awesome voice and an awesome flow and an awesome performance, right? But I'll be honest with you. This song, like this song sounds like a freestyle. This song sounds like a freestyle, but I don't mean that like in a bad way. Well, hold on, wait. But before I even talk about your song, like, do you mind if I give you some constructive criticism? You can pivot so much easier than before. Audio engineers used to be like three or four different people touching the song. Now it can be the same person. The first verse I wrote and the second verse was a freestyle. I fucking knew it. I 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 could tell, bro. I don't think that somebody who's never rapped could tell, but I could tell. And then when I'm listening to it, it pissed me off because I was just like, man, bro, like, because dude, you have such a good voice and you have such a good flow. You know what I mean? Especially with what you're, because like I get the vibe like this is like inspirational vibes. You know what I'm saying? To do the good version of inspirational vibes, like you really gotta be specific. You know what I mean? Like the best music is very detailed, and the detail that people like, the best songs, the detail that people put in it, that's what makes the people like really feel you. You know what I mean? And there's just there's so many rappers that are so good at that, but they'll never fucking have your voice and they'll never have your flow, and they'll either be nasally or they'll rap from their throat. They'll just or they'll they'll look whack as fuck, or they'll never have a chance, bro. So it's like bro, when you're working with what you have sonically, dog, if you just put some more you put some more time into being more detailed with your verses, bro, you'd be making undeniable fire, bro. Undeniable fire. But I mean, like, yo, you fucking I got your email now. I'm gonna send you some beats that I make with Jones's stuff. I'll send you like 3 or 4 beats, and if you like one or two of them, or if you like all of them, you write to all of them, and then just like demo them out and see what we get back, and I think if you're I think if you're dude, I think if you're willing to like get constructive criticism and because your performances are awesome, but like if you're willing to either be more detailed or open to like maybe like nobody's trying to write your shit, but maybe like give you a couple pointers of like, hey man, because like there's parts like when I hear you going, like I hear you like bragging about like, yeah, you know, I'm good, whatever. But like when you do that, you gotta be detailed. You gotta like you gotta like paint that picture, bro. You know what I mean? And I feel like you have the ability to do it, you know? Because you were just freestyling on that one. So I know I don't want to judge every because I don't want to judge like every song you've ever done just based off of this one, you know. So I don't know, bro. You let me know if that's if that's interesting to you at all. You know what I mean? Because I definitely want to get somebody with like your type of voice, like your type of flow on these beats that me and Jones are doing. Like your voice would sound awesome like on these saxophone shits. And Flasso says that's what I needed to hear. Plus, I started my audio engineer journey on your page with Studio One. I'm gonna write to your beats. All right, so that's yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, we'll do that shit. That'll be dope. All right, guys. Well, that's what's up. I'm gonna send you some stuff soon. Um, I just gotta I gotta separate the beats that I'm working on with Jones's samples now. Billionaires learn astrology. Uh, more producer tweets. Producers, you're more than just a musician. You're a brand. Start teaching yourself like a business, and your whole perspective will start treating yourself like a business, and your whole perspective will change. You see what I'm saying? Now I gotta go see. I gotta go look. Like this dude don't got no gray in his beard. You know what I'm saying? My whole chin is gray. So I'm gonna just leave him to it. Born March 22nd, 1997, and he ain't even American. He's from Canada. All right, my boy is from Canada. Okay, born in 1997. All right, 1997. 1997. I was doing bad things with somebody's daughter. So like, yeah, I can't even. I can't even, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys keep it simple. Don't be basic. Amp, I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some beats real soon.